Dr. Future.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mrs. Future.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bobby, calling in from Southern California.
Yes, I disconnected a new Wi-Fi connection here, so I hope it sounds better.
Oh, sounds a little like you're crumpling a piece of paper in your mouth, but we'll put up with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it steady. Steady as she goes, Captain.
Okay.
Yeah, 79 degrees here in Northern California. Pretty nice. How's the vacation going?
Oh, I just finished. We just dropped off the travel trailer yesterday, and I'm here in Southern California. I went to Kings Canyon up in, just below Yosemite.
Yeah.
And gosh, it was amazing. Yeah. And then I realized what I had. I had dyslexia. And
now that you've identified the pattern,
yes.
How have you been able to turn it to your advantage?
Well, there are books out called The Dyslexic Advantage. And what they talk about is, like Richard Branson, you mentioned him.
Yeah.
He's outed himself as being dyslexic. Einstein, for instance, is probably dyslexic. Da Vinci is for sure dyslexic.
Don't tell me Tesla.
Now, how is this your superpower? What superpower capacity does it give you?
A certain way of looking at things?
Well, most CEOs of large corporations have some dyslexia. Mm-hmm. And what their advantage is, they're not experts in very specific things. What they are, they're very good generalists. And what they do is they do things what's called systems theory, where you look at things as systems and how they interrelate. Mm. So like you take Da Vinci, he was good with drawing. Dyslexics are very good with their hands and drawing, but also he was advisors to lots of courts and kings and things. And he was very good with military things, but he would take all his learnings and put them into different systems and see how they interrelate or how they helped each other. Yeah. And so I can step back and look at the bigger picture of things and see how they interrelate to the science that's being discovered on your show right now. So that's my superpower.
I'm going to
awesome.
Zoom out. The zoom function of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
see patterns.
You definitely use it well, my friend.
If it wasn't for your show, I wouldn't have realized this. And I wish I had known this when I was starting college. I would have done a lot better.
I would like to have a Zoom from college.
Yeah.
Says that if she was going to do this, son would be her choice to be with Mrs. Future.
Yeah, I'm very
to watch
reassuring.
over her like a fairy druid.
I was wondering, I just saw the wharf was open, so I went out on it.
Oh, I figured something like that happened. Sure. That's me. If you're going to play in nature, I'm here to let you know it's all okay.
A trip master. Yes, that's what you are.
Yes. Well, my whole life is a really good trip. So
and Jersey Girl
I'm happy to invite the rest of the people on board.
And our Jersey Girl says that she has 80% less Neanderthal DNA than most.
Okay. Good to know.
So that level of thinking, that was almost pure Homo sapien thinking.
So she goes down from 2% to 0.2%.
Something like that.
Okay.
I didn't know such advanced beings lived in Jersey.
Mm. Wow. Well, see, the data's coming in.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Seek and you will find. Hi, Marcia. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Marcia.
Hello, San. Hey, Al and Bobby. It's so nice to know it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yay. Keeps coming around.
That's right.
So we can rely on some things, can't we?
We can. We can rely on the future because consciousness is always creating things that are better. We just might have to clear out some of the stuff that isn't on the way.
Flora and fauna and the natural coastline. There's the white flowers.
But the CIA has a word for politicians. They call them transients. It's a very important word to understand because it will give you a clue into what's really happening. The CIA has career people who spend their lives digging into the depths of international relations, political alliances, cultural histories, religions, language, and everything else, such that you could never train a president in 100 years, what the collective of the CIA is. And they think these transients are incapable of running this country because they are oblivious to the real problems. And the real problems are so complex, you can't explain them to someone as dull as a politician. So they feed Congress and presidents what they need in order to motivate them to act in ways that they want. Now, you ask for, please give us some practical answer. Well, let's pass a law saying that not just presidents, but all of Congress, and maybe even state senators, or maybe even local sheriffs, have the right and the need to know certain things. And let's list those things. Maybe aliens is one of them. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Go to your local sheriff in 2 years and see if you will get it. So no, this is the problem. If there one person listens to me and looks around and says, God damn, you're right, then I've done my job. Critical mass of human consciousness. I know it sounds weird or cultish or insane, but it's how it works, people. Look at the great revolutions in art and science and thought and government. Were any of them planned? No. Nobody planned the Russian Revolution. Nobody planned the American Revolution. It just happened out of circumstance when everybody wakes up and goes, good God, the British are never going to let us in peace, are they? And the answer is no.
Find a way, 'cause there is some light in the box of shadow. Caught up in a daydream, big stones begin to crackle. Find a way, 'cause there is some light in the box of shadow.
But the issue is not the back doors, because if we close them, they'd open new ones. And the issue is not cooperation between Google, Facebook, and others, cooperation with the government. It's not just that. And the issue is our surveillance state. Please wake up, people. This is so tragic. This is so tragic.
I actually can say that something happened with me and my mom that I've never had before, and that was as she passed her ectoplasm, I was breathed it in, and it actually had taste to it.
Wow.
And it just like, so then, therefore, if it had taste and it had matter, is how I look at it. And so...
Did it come out of her mouth?
It came out of, I don't know, she was like on my chest, like a baby would be.
Really? You were caressing her? You were like hugging her or holding her?
Oh, yeah, I was in bed with her for the last 8 hours, you know, holding her. And she says, oh, what a lovely looking gentleman. Oh, he's so well dressed, he must be a doctor. And then she saw a bright light. She says, that's the brightest light I've ever seen. You know, so I got to be there in that wonderful time and have my children there and my siblings there. And so I knew she was going to pass. I often know these things. So I was so glad I got that portion of the time and just held her till she, if you start breathing slowly, they do too. And
beautiful.
so it's kind of a way that you are linked with them.
Confident that there is a continuity of consciousness, as I have shared with you before.
Yeah.
I will cite a book called Adventures Beyond the Body by William Bowman, quite an interesting theorist, okay? And
Excellent. Yeah. Who isn't interested in that, in the great beyond, right?
well, speaking of the great beyond questions, he says at page 108, the biological brain is not the origin of our consciousness. Instead, it functions as a temporary biological transfer and storage device for consciousness.
Like a battery almost, huh?
Yes, consciousness or computer memory. Consciousness is a continuum of our non-physical energy extending its awareness through multiple frequencies, meaning other dimensions of the same universe.
Sounds right to me. I think you're onto something there.
The field. Many call it the field.
Right.
Yes, that's also true.
Here's the quick turn.
That I'm willing to say things that I know people are going to dislike me for, and I don't mind taking whatever comes, and that's my superpower. I can speak courageously.
All right.
Since the wife died, and since I'm stuck in my rut and everything, I think it's time for a reset.
So I have an idea for you. You should check out Stephen Greer and his exercises that allow you to consciously meet an extraterrestrial, right? He calls it CE5.
CE5 protocols.
Which means close encounter of the fifth kind, which means that you invite them and they come to visit.
I've been trying to get them to come to visit every time I'm out alone in a field at night.
Well, go online and get his protocols. He's got instructions, and apparently it's been working for lots of people all over the world.
And you think it's a good idea to actually visit the aliens while tripping, or not?
Well, I just think it might increase it might open the doors of perception that allow you to recognize
I would recommend, in that case, hanging outside at night, maybe with the right crowd.
Yeah, you need to,
I'll hang out
surround
at your
yourself
house.
with love, right? Be in a love field vibration.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'm going to hang out with you guys. That's it.
Keep it
new. Keep it new. Dance as fast as we can. Go somewhere we haven't been before.
I just want to let you both know, and Bobby, that it's such a pleasant experience listening to your program, and it's very uplifting. And I know I speak for a lot of your listeners.
No, thank you.
I look forward to your show every week, and I always learn things. And I just feel so good. It's like having dessert, you know.
Well, thank you. I'm so happy we're all in this world together. We all bring so many special gifts of conscious awareness. And
I'm glad you're all here. And we have more links on our links page that talk about similar topics that we thought of covering today, but this is what we did.
That's right. The big universe. We can only squeeze a little tiny bit into this hour.
drfutureshow.com. Just go to our links page.
All right, everybody. Hope you have a great week until next Future Tuesday in the future.
Yeah.
And this is KSCO Santa Cruz.
Bye, Mrs. Future. Bye, Bobby.
Bye,
Thanks, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bye-bye. Love you all.
You are one of us.